Hey guys, Romie here, so please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for Queen Sugar Season 2, Episode 4, My Soul's High Song. Now this episode, there wasn't a whole lot going on. It's all about the substance. So the episode starts off with Darla's there. Of course, that Ralph Angel's house, technically Charlie's house, even though she doesn't realize that everything is left to Ralph Angel. They don't know that yet. So we'll just say Ralph Angel's house to keep it short. It's morning time. Everyone's happy to see each other. Micah's irritated because he can't find his binder, and Blue was playing around with it. And he was a little huffy with Blue once Blue gave him his binder. And I said, uh-oh. Strike one. I already knew that there was going to be a problem. But you could also tell that there's tension. There's tension with them being there. And so I knew that was going to be, it was only going to blow up at some point. Everyone goes and leaves except for Ralph Angel because he opens up a letter, and it's a letter with the check. So now he has the check in hand. Now he can go and make some power moves, get the soybeans, whatever he needs. Aunt Vi is trying to figure out what she's going to do with Hollywood, because Hollywood, he's trying to fix the disposal. He's trying to do everything that he can because he doesn't know what it's like to not work. He's one of those people that's always worked all his life. So the fact that he has some money saved up and he can just relax, it's confusing him. It's confusing him. He's not really saying that, but Aunt Vi's not dumb. She knows it. So she's trying to go and say, you know what? Put your feet up, relax. You won't be relaxing for long when I get home. Type of thing. Now, Charlie, she's at the mill. She's talking to all the farmers, letting them know how the mill's going and everything's progressing quickly, and that them putting their faith in her it's going to pay off. And they said, you know what, respect. But the problem is, she's using all these big words, and I'm not saying that as disrespect to the farmers, but she's not talking to them in the way that they'd really understand. She's making it very cold and impersonal, like a corporate meeting type of thing, instead of a more so personal, I thank you, this is what we're going to do, this is how much we're able to get. She's doing the base number statistics. Remy has to come in and kind of say, kind of break up the monotony of it all. But again, they congratulate her on the job well done. Now, Nova is dealing with something of her own at her job, where she has this new boss, and this new boss said, I respect what you do and what you normally talk about, but we're going in a new direction. And you see how people, because of all the negative stuff that happens in the world, sometimes people are like, oh, you need to talk about this, you need to talk about that. Nova's fine with being that person, but you don't always want to hear negativity from someone. Especially since that kind of gives off, okay, this is what we're talking about, this is what we need to do, but have we done it? Maybe she needs to focus on some more success stories. So he pitched it to her that way. She's not too excited, but she said she'll give it a shot, because if she doesn't, she's going to lose her job. She's going to lose her job. Now, everything's going well so far. Back at the, what is it called? At the Queen Sugar Mill. But here's the thing. They look at the, Ralph Angel calls Charlie, and he's looking at the crop and the sugarcane. He realizes, oh my gosh, he calls her, lets her know it's been infested by, white flies, and that if it's not treated, they'll destroy it all. And the issue is, it's $1.5 million, it's over $1 million worth of crops that would be destroyed by this stuff. So they have to move fast. And it's going to cost at least $5,000 to get the spray and to do that initial treating. That's just part one of it all. Now, part two will be they'll have to clean it themselves. But right now, we're stuck on part one, and Ralph Angel's going to handle it, so she appreciates it. Right now, they're working well together, at least well enough. Then we see Nova be Mother of the Earth, and she goes and she blesses her two. I don't know if they're really, it's her friends. Maybe she's like the godmother. Maybe that's what she is. And that's cool. That's cool and all. I did like the song. I did like the ritual. I liked it a lot. It was very soothing, very peaceful. And her friend's just like, you know what, Nova, I understand where you're coming from, but when you're going to have some babies of your own? You're a natural with them. What's going on with you? And she said, you know what? There's just a lot going on. There's so many things I want to focus on. Pivoting from that to, well, I did want to focus on these stories I normally talk about. She's like, yeah, Miss Big Shot over there. Well, not for long. What do you mean? My new boss comes in and tells me that I need to come up with some new stuff. And if I don't come up with the new stuff, then I may be gone. And that is what he said in a nutshell. So her friend said, you have to do what's true to you and what you feel is right for yourself. And it sounds like she's going to give it a shot. Ralph Angel showing Charlie, the crop dusting and how effective it's going to be. Darla brings Blue over, and everything's going well with the relationship so far. And they just have nice general chit chat. Things are going to go south relatively soon. Darla wants to take Blue swimming because it's like, oh, he needs to do something different. He needs to expand his horizons, especially while he's younger. And I agree. Now, Remy and Charlie, they're at the High Yellow. They're having this little meeting. The issue is that Charlie wants to go to this beautiful apartment. And Remy's thinking, that's not a good look. Why would you want to go and do that when it's outside the community that you're trying to reach? And she said, wait a minute, but I'm black. Yes, I'm black and I exude excellence. Okay, yeah, sure. So why shouldn't I, want more? And he was like, more? Well, generally more means white. And she said, well, what's wrong with getting the white stuff? I said, yeah, but you can have excellent black stuff too. I said, true, true. He has a point. But we know Charlie, she's from LA. She's also had a different background. She came there over the summer. She didn't really grow up in that type of environment. So she wants a certain level of echelon excellence. Hollywood comes to break up that whole tense conversation. And he talks to Aunt Vi. Aunt Vi is very busy. She doesn't have time to be doing much of anything else. And she tells Roberta, look, the bathroom's messed up. Go clean it yourself. I said, woo, how the tables have turned. But one of Aunt Vi's friends comes over and wants her to bake one of her pies. Aunt Vi said, I can't do that right now. Hollywood said he can do it. She looked at him like, you sure? Are you sure? Yeah, I can do it. I can do it. Just give me the recipe and I'll go and do it. Now, back at the house, at the farmhouse, Micah, he's doing his homework and things take a turn because Blue just wants to play with him. He doesn't really sneak up on him, but Micah wasn't in the zone to be messing, playing with Blue. And so he went and he kind of elbowed Blue. Now, the way how it looked, because I watched it a couple of times, because it wasn't like a straight up jab. Because when you look at Blue, Blue is already looking older. I'm like, what the? How in the? What? But when you look at Blue, you can tell he didn't physically get hurt. Probably the fall back hurt more than anything else. But it was just that whole thing of being scared. And then you have to remember he's a kid, so he's probably trying to be extra fun and outgoing because it's tense in the house, it's quiet in the house, no one's really smiling. And so when he gets knocked down, he starts to cry and he starts to bawl. And I said, okay, Blue, I understand. Blue is a little bit more sensitive, and he's also, what do you call it? He wasn't expecting that. He probably think through his head also that, Micah doesn't like me, and which matters a lot to kids, even adults. But so I'm sure there's a lot going on through his head because I was like, man, that was kind of loud. Like, that was really loud. So Ralph Angel storms in like, what? He just sees his baby on the floor. Charlie rushes to Blue because Blue's afraid now because he's never had something like that happen to him before. So, especially in the home where he's supposed to be safe. So I get it. Ralph Angel charges Micah. I said, oh God, Ralph Angel, he's been through some stuff. Please don't kill him. Please don't kill him. You can't go back to Jesse. Please don't kill him. Please don't kill him. Oh, Charlie's saying, get off my son. Ralph Angel's like, get off mine. Like, no, she's not trying to harm his son. Oh, this is too much. So she now has to go leave Blue and has to get her brother off of her son. And she's like, oh my God, are you okay? It was a lot. It was a lot. We knew something was going to happen at some point. And I just felt bad because when something like that happens, it makes it very tense because it's two parents trying to defend their kids. That's what it ends up being. And so it's not just, oh, well, your kid this, my kid did that. Now, when we come back, we see Charlie comes and she has a conversation with Ralph Angel outside. And here's the problem. Ralph Angel, he goes in. He says, look, Micah, I get it. I understand it. My issue with him is that he's very sheltered. This is Ralph Angel saying it. He's very sheltered because he's very sheltered. Of course he thinks that he has to go and act. He doesn't know how to react to something bad happening to him. He doesn't know how to move around in different areas of the world, different societies. He just knows about how being a free, happy-go-lucky 14-year-old, no, 16-year-old. He doesn't know anything else. You guys sheltered him. You didn't prepare him for the world. And I felt bad for Charlie because part of me agreed with him. Part of me was like, part of you was saying that because you grew up very differently, and so you feel upset, and this is your way of saying, look, if he was around here more, then this wouldn't have happened. But I don't like that type of thinking because that's victim blaming. Ralph Angel's done that a couple of times. And that's the thing. I know people love Ralph Angel, but I'm going to be the one that tells you the truth about him. He sees anything that has to do with him is about him and only him. He is the baby. So I don't know what he's talking about because he's born on the same thing. Borderline the same. Borderline. Mind you, Charlie was trying to say, wait, I thought you two having similar experiences. And she wasn't trying to say your 4 years in prison was the same as Micah's 4 hours. But you've been through some stuff. You've been in a place where you didn't have any rights and people were open to almost doing anything to you. So I got what she was saying. And I said, Ralph Angel, I get it. It's your son, so you're not going to back down. Fine. Charlie's going to do the same. Now it's the next day, and they have to go and wash the crop. They have to wash it by hand. They have to use soap and water, and then they have to put Vaseline on it so that if there's any flies, it'll stick to it instead of the crop. I said, oh, okay, cool enough. Everyone was surprised that Miss Missy was out there helping along. Hollywood gets a call because he's trying to bake, and Von Vi said, oh, you're doing a good job. But he gets a call essentially saying that we need your help. Ralph Angel's calling everyone because it's going to take them all day to do it. And it's just a lot of work. So now he's making the rounds. While that's happening, Nova, which I'm like, Nova, you better get back to the farm. That's your farm too. As far as you know, that's your farm too. Nova, she goes down to the, I almost said correctional office. No, she went down to the police station, not police station, but some type of law enforcement place, and she talked to this other black woman who essentially told her, Nova, people don't like you because you're too hard on them. And I'm thinking Nova tells the truth, but I get it. I get it from their perspective. That's fine. Now, the woman let her know that, Nova, here's the thing. I see what you're trying to do. I really do, but you haven't changed. You say you're trying to do something different, trying to remix it, but you're not. You're just putting a new face on an old body. Come on, the insides are still the same. So no one's going to talk to you. Good luck somewhere else. I said, dang! Now, Ralph Angel, he calls Darla, even though he knows how Darla's job is, and he's telling her, you know what, you need to come. I need your help. I really need you. I really need you. Her boss goes and says, shh, what's the problem? She was like, oh, is it your son? No. And I'm glad she did that because I 100% believe in those superstitions where people go and say, oh, this person was sick, that person was sick, and then something happens to that person. It always happens. So I'm glad she didn't do that. But when she said her boyfriend, I said, now you can do it. Now you can lie on Ralph Angel. Come on now. Now I'm blue, but you can lie on Ralph Angel. So of course the boss looked at her like, I would have said, my family's having an emergency at home, with the crops, and we need to go and take care of it now, or else we won't be able to put food on the table. No, she says, oh, my boyfriend is an emergency. I said, oh God, because this is her job that she has, a part of her rehabilitation. So that's why, because some people are like, oh, why is the guy super strict? That's why. When you're an addict and you have one of those jobs where they know you are and it's a part of your rehab, technically, being accountable and being responsible is put at the forefront. So unless it's 110% emergency, they're not going to allow you to go and skimp out on your responsibilities. It doesn't matter if you can get someone to cover it, because it's not about that. It's about you being able to cover it yourself and everything else that's going on in your life. I just felt like I needed to say that. But Darla did just work. and goes to help out. And he's like, oh my God, thank you. I'm thinking, Ralph Angel, you selfish SOB. That is your ultimate problem. That is your ultimate problem. So, Nova has a conversation with Charlie, and Charlie's like, do you still think that I'm a bougie bee? And she said, no. No, I said that in anger. I just said that to get a rise. Yeah, but no, don't worry about it. What's the problem? Ralph Angel and I, Ralph Angel, can you believe that he yoked up Micah? I said, stop. You're not telling the full story. Micah had some PTSD, went almost chin-checked blue, so that's why but I guess from from Charlie's perspective, of course she's going to say it like that. But thankfully, Nova's not the type to jump on people, so even if she hears that, she's not going to go and jump on her brother. And I appreciate that. I appreciate her being in the middle-ish. But Charlie said, I'm not going anywhere. He's not kicking me out. This is my home too. And Nova said, oh, that's a little street. Nova's kicking you out of your home. I know that's right. Okay. Aunt Vi notices that Charlie and Ralph Angel are having communication issues as well. So Ralph Angel says, you know what? I have something to show you. He shows her a letter and she says, nope, don't do this. Don't do this. You guys have just started to get back good and you're working towards something great. This is going to put a pin in all of that. Don't do it. Don't do it. So Micah gets home and Micah's talking to Charlie really quick. Everything went well. But we get a knock at the door and it's a police officer. Micah answers the door and I said, oh God. And I was like, oh, is he Ralph? Or maybe it was Charlie because Micah got scared instantly. And it was like, oh, is that Ralph Angel? I said, no, this is Ralph Angel right here. No, you're not touching it. Nope, as long as I'm around here. Hello, it's me, thank you. But Charlie was just like, no. So then Ralph Angel's like, huh? Yeah, that's me. Well, we have a warrant for your arrest. I said, what? For breaking your parole? And I said, it's the gun. I knew it's the gun. And the neighbor, of course, called and said, oh, they heard gunshots. I'm thinking, the neighbor didn't do that. It's their fault. You know how, there's not even a house close. It's the Landons. It's the Landons. So this police officer's looking around. And Charlie, she jumped right to action, said, this is my gun. It's over there. It's my gun. I took it, I shot it, I sure did. I'm not used to being, seeing the lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my, over here. Because he addressed her as Mrs. West. So Charlie knew that this guy's a fan of her husband, and she can use that. So she did, and she was able to go and do some nice small talk and help out Ralph Angel. So once the cops left, Ralph Angel thanked her, and she said, regardless of what you think of me, you're still my brother. I'm going to always have your back, whether you don't see it that way or not. And I said, okay, when push comes to shove, that's when it really counts. So Micah, remember, he was actually sharing a room with Blue for a short period of time. So Ralph Angel comes in and Micah, apologizes and he's like, you know what, tell that to Blue, but not in a disrespectful tone. Like, tell it to Blue when he wakes up. Y'all cousins, things happen. And Ralph Angel said, look, I know when you go in there and they don't treat you like humans, sometimes you come out and you don't feel like one, but you're not an animal. We're not animals. Don't ever think that you are. You're better than that. Don't ever let they tell you what you are and you aren't. I got your back. I love you. And I appreciate that because I said, this is the Ralph Angel we were looking for. Because Micah still isn't going to tell us what happened to him. Because we know it was something. Whether it was something that personally happened directly to him or maybe it was someone there in the stall with him. And in the stall, Jesus. In the cell with him, who knows? But Hollywood, she's on Vine tells him you need to relax. You need to relax, take some time off, reevaluate what you want to do with the rest of your life. And Hollywood said, well, what about you? You get the most joy out of cooking, but you go and run that restaurant. What's your long-term plan? And she's like, huh? You could go and open up a business and do it yourself. People love you and they love your food and they know it's quality. Why wouldn't you do that? She's like, oh, no, I don't think. No. Oh, I'm going to think for you. You can do it. I got you and you got you. We got you. We got this. And I appreciate that. They're supporting each other. They have each other's back. What's the boy's name? Micah apologizes to Blue and says, because Blue's like, I'm sorry too. I should have asked. And they said, no, don't ever think you have to ask me to, play with you or play with Keisha. Never. Was it Keisha or Kenya? So he got them a present, and it looked like, it wasn't Etch a Sketch, it was like a drawing, one of those, things that you can draw on the notepad. It's like an electric one, so you can erase it and all that stuff, which is perfect for Blue. And I said, oh, the hug is so cute. Oh, I said Blue is growing up fast. Blue is growing up fast. Now, Charlie decided where she's going to move, and she's going to move in the mill. That's where she's going. That's where she's staying. She said, there's no way that could be any better than being right here, smack dab in the middle of all of this. And they're all placing bets on how long they think she would last. And I said, that's cute and all. Micah really doesn't care where he lives as long as the family is there and all that. So we're all good. We're all good as far as that's concerned. What was the last thing that happened? Oh yeah, it was Nova talking to Ralph Angel to make sure that he didn't go mess around with the landings, because now they all think that the landings try to set Ralph Angel up. And I really like the fact that Charlie made sure that Ralph Angel didn't use his soybean money on the farm when she was like, you know what, I said that was my responsibility, I have it. Darla lost her job because the guy said, I wanted you to be here. I told you to be here. She's like, it's an emergency. I said, oh my God, Darla, if you relapse because of this, I'm going to be pissed. You better tell Ralph Angel what really happened so that he can go and figure something out for you. That's what better happen, because if you relapse and if you do this and it messes with Blue, see, I can't even talk. Messes with Blue, I'm coming after you.